Hello, BookTube. Sorry for my absence yesterday, but I wanted to give a great vote of thanks to many, many, many of you who sent me emails asking me how I was doing, asking me if I was okay. That was tremendously nice. That was the kind of no strings attached, welcoming, embracing community part of BookTube that I was attracted to before I made videos and wanted to join. So it was great to get that all day long on what was a very hard day for me. Uh, and that was dozens of emails, and there were close to 100 emails of a different type. Those of you who wrote to me saying some variation of, well, a very bad man got elected president of the United States, and now it's time for us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, get back to work for the causes we care about, and get rid of these people in 4 years. To those people, I also want to say thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the attempt to cheer me up. And also, you absolutely break my heart. That isn't what just happened in America. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought maybe, knowingly or unknowingly, short term or long term, that is the only effective mental relief strategy for what did happen. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to talking about books. I care a lot about books. I care a lot about reading. And I still have that, and so do the rest of you. So I thought I'd start small. I, I, I will get back to my tedious daily updates on Nonfiction November and on NaNoWriMo and whatnot. But I thought I'd start small today with just a tiny book mail shipment. My UPS shipment this morning was small, and it would ordinarily disappoint me, but in this case, it's just right. So we'll start with this one. We'll start with there's two big packages and one little one. We'll just open them and talk about books. Let's see what's in here. Okay, this is by Charlie Lovett. This is a novel called The Lost Book of the Grail. Charlie Lovett did The Bookman's Tale, which was very good. This comes out in February. Let's see what it's about. Author Arthur Prescott teaches literature on the concrete campus of University of Barchester, but he is happiest when surrounded by the ancient books and manuscripts in the Barchester Cathedral Library. There, he nurtures his secret obsession with King Arthur and the Holy Grail and researches his perennially unfinished guidebook to the medieval cathedral. But when a beautiful young American named Bethany Davis arrives in Barchester charged with the task of digitizing the library's manuscripts, Arthur's tranquility is broken. Appalled by the threat that modern technology poses to the books he loves, he is surprised to find in Bethany a kindred spirit with a similar fascination for the Grail. The two begin a quest to find a lost book that holds the key to understanding the cathedral's astonishing history. Huh. Okay. Well, of course, the very first thing that anybody that I'm going to think when I read that is Barchester. Barchester? So, is this author writing some sort of homage to Anthony Trollope or something like that? I guess I'll find out. I'm not going to read it in November. I'm only reading nonfiction in November, but that still leaves plenty of time between now and February. And then we've got these two big things. We'll see what these are. Big could be good. Let's see. Oh, okay. This isn't one book. This is actually a very nice turn of events for a big package. This is my romance shipment, and it was very small. I remember getting the request catalog, and it was tiny for the season. I guess it's a seasonal thing. And in the summer, it's much bigger. In this case, there were only 4 titles that really were of interest to me at all. Let's see what we have here. This is Marry Me on Main Street, a Cricket Creek novel by Luann McLean. I think I actually reviewed one of her Cricket Creek novels. I'll have to check and see. Then the other one looks like romantic science fiction, which is always dodgy. This is Dragon Spawn, a novel of the Loopy by Eileen Wilkes. Um, and then you have Kimberly Lang, More Than Anything. This is a Magnolia Beach novel. I feel certain I've reviewed one of these in the past. So, you know, the science fiction notwithstanding, these two are very much of the type of romance that is cozy, quaint. There's passion, but it's not the unruly kind of break the champagne glass passion. It's a trickier thing to pull off. It's a trickier thing to do well. And if I remember correctly, both these authors do. So I'll see. And then the last one is Jane Ann Krentz, the great Jane Ann Krentz. And this is called When All the Girls Have Gone. I would like nothing better than for all the girls to be gone from the titles of books. That'd be great if all those girls were gone. We're up to 511 books in 2016, with another 100 that I know of coming in 2017. But look at the end page on this. Storm Lashed City. Isn't that nice? Oh, very nice. So this is, let's see here. When Charlotte Sawyer is unable to contact her stepsister Jocelyn to tell her that one of her closest friends was found dead, she discovers that Jocelyn has vanished. Beautiful, brilliant, and reckless, Jocelyn has gone off the grid before, but never like this. In a desperate effort to find her, Charlotte joins forces with Max Cutler, a struggling PI who recently moved to Seattle after his previous career as a criminal profiler went down in flames, literally. Burned out, divorced, and almost broke, Max needs the job. Hence the storm-swept city. This takes place in Seattle. Okay. All right, so the first big package was a bunch of romance, a bunch of forthcoming romance novels. Now this thing feels like one book, and this is the last item that I'll subject you to while I much prefer wanting to smile to trying to smile, so I will keep this brief. Okay, very good. This is absolutely lovely. This is 50 English Steeples. And it's exactly what you might think. It's a gigantic, ornate book that analyzes 50 iconic steeples throughout England. It gives their history, it gives black and white high detail photographs, and it gives their diagrams of exactly the physics involved. It's just a celebration of them. If you read it carefully, I don't think it's set up this way, but if you read it carefully, you can read it also as a tract on the evolution of the steeple. But it's mainly encountering each one of them on their own terms. Just gorgeous. Just a beautiful, big volume. And it comes out on November 22nd. It's from Thames and Hudson, and it's $85 in America. And definitely qualifies as a book that you could consider as a gift, as giving as a gift to someone, whether an architecture fan. If you have an architecture fan, I have actually. This is not my only copy. I have looked through this, and it's beautiful. It really is. There's an idea if you know someone like that or are someone like that. But otherwise, so that is what we have here today. This is 50 English Steeples. 4 new romances, a small haul for romances. Ordinarily, next month, I think that number is going to be twice as high. And then The Lost Book of the Grail, a novel by a talented novelist. So we shall see what we shall see. And I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you, BookTube, for everything.